Haroutune Armenian, Armenian. The 18th of June 1942. Is a Lebanon-born Armenian-American academic, physician, Doctor of Public Health. 1974. Professor, President of the American University of Armenia. 1997 to 2009. President Emeritus, American University of Armenia. Professor in Residence, UCLA, Fielding School of Public Health. Biography. Dr. Armenian is a professor in residence at the University of California in Los Angeles. President Emeritus of the American University of Armenia, and Professor Emeritus at Johns Hopkins University. Education. American University of Beirut, 1961 to 1964. B.S. School of Arts and Sciences. American University of Beirut, 1964 to 1968. M.D. School of Medicine, Johns Hopkins University, 1971 to 1974. M.Ph. 1972. Johns Hopkins School Hygiene and Public Health. Dr. Ph. 1974. Postgraduate training, American University Medical Center, 1967 1968. Rotating intern, Beirut, Lebanon, 1968 to 1971. Resident in internal medicine, Johns Hopkins University, 1971 to 1974. Commonwealth School of Hygiene and Public Health Fund Exchange. Department of Epidemiology Program. Certification. E.C. F.M.G. Certificate 1967. Republic of Lebanon 1968. Licensed to practice medicine. American University of Beirut 1971. Certificate of Specialty Training. Department of Internal Medicine. Ministry of Health. Lebanon 1984. Internal Medicine. Registered Medical Specialties and Public Health. Professional Experience. Advisory Committee for Research. WHO. EMR 0 2015. Associate Dean Academic Programs. Fielding School of Public Health. University of California, Los Angeles 2011 to 2014. Visiting Professor. Supervisor Research Chair Epidemiology, Public Health and Environment 2009 to 2013. King Saud University, Riyadh. Professor in Residence, Department of Epidemiology 2008-present. University of California, Los Angeles. President, American University of Armenia 1997 to 2010. Director of the Master of Public Health Program 1989 to 1996. Johns Hopkins University, School of Hygiene and Public Health. Department of Epidemiology, Johns Hopkins University. Professor Emeritus 2008-present. Professor of Epidemiology 1988 to 2007. Acting Chairman January to June 1991, November 1993, July 1994. Deputy Chairman 1988 to 1993. Visiting Professor of Epidemiology 1986-1987. Professor of Epidemiology 1984 to 1988. American University of Beirut Coordinator. Inter-faculty research project for the study 1984 to 1986 of the status of children in Lebanon. Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, 1983 to 1988. American University of Beirut. Coordinator, A Health Surveillance and Monitoring 1983-1984. Program, Ministry of Health, Lebanon. Acting Dean, Faculty of Health Sciences, A.U.B., 1981 to 1983. Coordinator, In-Service Program Development, Ministry of Public Health, State of Qatar 1981 to 1983. Senior Associate, Department of Epidemiology, the Johns Hopkins University, 1980 to 1986. Associate Professor of Epidemiology, Faculty of Health Sciences. A.U. B. 1979 to 1984. Planning Coordinator. Family Practice Residency Programs. Ministry of Health. State of Bahrain and American University of Beirut, 1978, 1979. Coordinator. Office of Professional Standards and Systems Analysis. Ministry of Health, State of Bahrain, 1976 to 1981. Manager. Health Services Research and Development. A.U. B. Services Corporation, 1976 to 1979. Commissioning Officer. Health Centers. Ministry of Health. State of Bahrain, 1976 to 1978. Assistant Professor of Epidemiology. School of Public Health. American University of Beirut, 1974 to 1979. Societies and Honors. Order of St. Sahak, Saint Mesrop Catholicos of all Armenians. Republic of Armenia, 2007. Advising, Teaching and Mentoring Award, Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School Student Assembly, 2005 and 1999. Presidential Medal of the Order of Cedars. Republic of Lebanon, 2004. Golden Apple Award for Excellence in Teaching, Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, 2002. Movsez Korenatsa Presidential Medal of Service and Accomplishment. Republic of Armenia, 2001. Fellow, Royal College of Physicians, London, 2001. Honorary Diploma of Appreciation. Ministry of Health, Lebanon, 1997. Secretary, International Epidemiological Association Executive Council, 1996 to 2002. Ernest Lyman Stebbins Medal, Excellence in Education, School of Hygiene and Public Health, Johns Hopkins University, 1995. Honorary President, Armenian Public Health Association, 1995. Member, Scientific Advisory Board, National Institutes of Health of Armenia, 1993. Search Committee. Director, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. U.S.A. 1993. Certificate of Recognition of Excellence, 1992. Armenian Behavioral Science Association American Epidemiological Society, 1989. Society for Epidemiologic Research, 1989. Secretary, International Board of Advisors, 1988. Armenian Genealogical Society Society of Scholars, Johns Hopkins University, 1986. Who's Who in Science, 1985. Who's Who in Lebanon, 1985. Delta Omega, National Honorary Public Health Society, 1985. Central Executive Committee, Hamazchen, 1981. Cultural Association Member, International Epidemiological Association, 1981. Member, American College of Preventive Medicine, 1981. Executive Board Member, Association of Lebanese, 1980 to 1982. Armenian Physicians Fellow, American College of Epidemiology, 1980. Member, American Public Health Association, 1980. Alpha Omega Alpha, Honor Medical Society, 1979. Board Member, Karajerzian Foundation, Beirut, 1978 to 1987. Lebanese Public Health Association, 1975. Lebanese Order of Physicians, 1968. Painting. Haroutune Armenian started painting in Beirut in 1976 during the civil war in Lebanon. His works has been exhibited in Beirut, Los Angeles and Yerevan. Publications. Books. Editor with H. Zurich and author of a chapter. Beirut, 1984. A Population and Health Profile. American University Press. 1985. Editor with J. Bryson, author of 3 chapters. In Wartime. The State of Children in Lebanon. American University of Beirut. 1986. Armenian H.K. Gordes L. Greg M.B. and Levine M.M. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 11. The Johns Hopkins University. 1989. Armenian H.K. Gordes L. Levine M.M. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 12. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1990. Armenian H.K. Gordes L. Levine M.M. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 13. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1991. Armenian H.K. Gordes L. Levine M.M. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 14. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1992. Armenian H.K. Gordes L. Levine M.M. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 15. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1993. Armenian H.K. ed. Epidemiologic Reviews. Applications of the Case Control Method. Volume 16. 1. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1994. Armenian H.K. Gordes L. Kelsey J. Levine M.M. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 16. 2. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1994. Armenian H.K. Kelsey J. Levine M.M. Samet J. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 17. 2. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1995. Armenian H.K. Kelsey J. Levine M.M. Samet J. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 18. 2. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1996. Armenian H.K. Kelsey J. Levine M.M. Samet J. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 19. 2. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1997. Armenian H.K. Shapiro S. eds. Epidemiology and Health Services. Oxford University Press. New York. 1998. Armenian H.K. Kelsey J. Monto S. Samet J. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 20. 2. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1998. Armenian H.K. Kelsey J. Monto S. Samet J. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 21. 2. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 1999. Armenian H.K. Samet J.M. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 22. 1. Epidemiology in the Year 2000 and Beyond. The Johns Hopkins University. Baltimore. 2000. Armenian H.K. Kelsey J. Monto S. Samet J. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 22. 2. Oxford University Press for the Johns Hopkins University School of Hygiene and Public Health. Baltimore. 2000. Singh or Nomura A.M. Isaacs W.B. Armenian H.K. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 23. 1. Prostate Cancer. Oxford University Press for the Johns Hopkins University School of Hygiene and Public Health. Baltimore. 2001. Armenian H.K. Kelsey J. Monto S. Samet J. Thacker S.B. eds. Epidemiologic Reviews. Volume 23. 2. Oxford University Press for the Johns Hopkins University School of Hygiene and Public Health. Baltimore. 2002. Armenian. H.K. Colors and Words from Armenia and Beyond. Watercolors and Prose Poetry. 2002 in Armenian and 2004 in English. Print info. Yerevan. Armenian. H.K. Past Does Not Melt Here. Watercolors and Prose Poetry. 2007 in Armenian. Armenian. H.K. Case Control Studies. Design and Applications. Oxford University Press. New York. 2009. Armenian. H.K. Life with Watercolors. Noah's Ark. Beirut. 2014. Publications Journals. Armenian H.K. Bone and Marrow Needle Biopsy. Lebmed J. 24. 245-51. 1971. Baghdasarian S.A. Armenian H.K. Khachardurian A.K. Absence of ophthalmoscopic changes in familial paroxysmal polycerocytis. Archoctal. 88. 607-08. 1972. Khachardurian A.K. Armenian H.K. Familial paroxysmal polycerocytis. FPP. A report of 120 cases from Lebanon. PED Research. 6. 362-702. 1972. Khachardurian A.K. Armenian H.K. The Management of Familial Paroxysmal Polycerocytis. Familial Mediterranean Fever, experienced with low-fat diets and clofibrate. Lebmed J. 25. 495,502. 1972. Armenian H.K. Khachardurian A.K. Familial Paroxysmal Polycerocytis. Clinical and laboratory findings in 120 cases. Lebmed J. 26. 605-14. 1973. Armenian H.K. Lilienfeld A.M. The Distribution of Incubation Periods of Neoplastic Diseases. M.J. Epidemiology. 99. 92100. 1974. Khachardurian A.K. Armenian H.K. Familial Paroxysmal Polycerocytis. Mode of Inheritance and Incidence of Amyloidosis. Proceedings of the 5th Conference on the Clinical Delineation of Birth Defects. Baltimore, Maryland. Birth Defects. Original Article Series. 10. 62-6. 1974. Armenian H.K. Lilienfeld A.M. Diamond L. Ross I.D.J. Relation between benign prostatic hyperplasia to cancer of the prostate. A prospective and retrospective study. Lancet. 2. 115-17. 1974. Armenian H.K. Lilienfeld A.M. Diamond L. Ross I.D.J. Epidemiologic characteristics of patients with prostatic neoplasms. M.J. Epidemiol. 102. 47-54. 1975. Armenian H.K. Uthman S.M. Familial Paroxysmal Polycerocytis. Lebmed J. 28. 439-42. 1975. Armenian H.K. Medicine and the Nomads. Modern Medicine Middle East. 1. 811. 1975. Kabakian Ha. Armenian H.K. Deeb ZL. RIZKGK. Asymmetry of the pelvic ureters in normal females. M.J. Röntgenal. 127. 5. 723-7. 1976. Armenian H.K. Developing a Quality Assurance Program in the State of Bahrain. Quality Review Bulletin. J. C. A. H. 4. 9/11. 1978. Sawaya J. Atway G. Armenian H.K. Coronary care experience in a university hospital. M.E. J. Anesthesiology 5. 249-67. 1979. Sawaya G. Mujay S.K. Armenian H.K. Early diagnosis of pericarditis in acute myocardial infarction. American Heart Journal. 100. 144-51. 1980. Armenian H.K. Evaluation and projections for the primary healthcare system in Bahrain. Bahrain Medical Bulletin. 2. 71-5. 1980. Hamadeh R.R. Armenian H.K. Zurich H.C. Clustering of cases of leukemia, Hodgkin's disease and other lymphomas in Bahrain. Tropical and Geographical Medicine. 33. 42-9. 1981. Armenian H.K. Dajani or Fakro A.M. Impact of peer review and itemized medical record forms on medical care in a health center in Bahrain. Quality Review Bulletin. 7. 6-11. 1981. Armenian H.K. Kuri M. Age at onset of genetic diseases. An application for Sartwell's model of the distribution of incubation periods. M.J. Epidemiol. 113. 596,605. 1981. Armenian H.K. Chami A.M.A. Baraka A. Influence of wartime stress and psychosocial factors in Lebanon on analgesic requirements for post-operative pain. Sok Med. 15E. 63-6. 1981. Kimbe A. Hamadeh R.R. Mahmoud Ra. Kalfan S. Muzn A. Gabriel F. Armenian H.K. Gynecomastia among children in Bahrain. Lancet. February 28. 1981. Armenian H.K. Genetic and environmental factors in the etiology of familial paroxysmal polycerocytis. Tropical and Geographical Medicine. 34. 183-87. 1982. Kashar Durian A.K. Uthman S. Armenian H.K. Association of tendon xanthomas and corneal arcus with coronary heart disease in heterozygous familial hypercholesterolemia. World Congress of Cardiology. June. 1982. Armenian H.K. Enrollment bias and variation in clinical manifestations. A review of consecutive cases of familial paroxysmal polycerocytis. J. Cron Dis. 36. 209-12. 1983. Armenian H.K. Lilienfeld A.M. Incubation period of disease. Epidemiol Reviews. 5. 115. 1983. Yazagi A. Zarel. Armenian H.K. Patient compliance in a well baby clinic. Effective two modes of intervention. Tropical and Geographical Medicine. 38. 2. 104-09. 1986. Armenian H.K. In Wartime. Options for Epidemiology. M.J. Epidemiol 124. 2832. 1986. Armenian H.K. Shara K.H. Epidemiologic Observations in Familial Paroxysmal Polycerocytis. Epidemiol Reviews. 8. 106-16. 1986. Armenian H.K. Zurich H.C. Kazandkian V.A. The Epidemiology of Infant Deaths in the Armenian Parish Records of Lebanon. Int J. Epidemiol. 15. 372-77. 1986. Loquidawrani L. Armenian H. Zurich H. Afifi L. A population-based survey of loss and psychological distress during war. Sok Med. 23. 269-75. 1986. Armenian H.K. Issa J.P. Sahakian v. Tawasi. Aris L. Donor F. Saliba K. Snoring and hypertension in a study sample from Lebanon. Lebanese Medical Journal. 36. 25-7. 1986. Obermeyer C.M. Armenian H.K. Azori R. Endometriosis in Lebanon. A Case Control Study. MJ Epidemiol. 124. 762-7. 1986. Armenian H.K. Sada F.M. Armenian S.L. Widowhood and Mortality in an Armenian Church Parish in Lebanon. MJ Epidemiol. 125. 127-32. 1987. Darwish M.J. Armenian H.K. A Case Control Study of Rheumatoid Arthritis in Lebanon. INT.J Epidemiol. 16. 420-24. 1987. Armenian H.K. Incubation Periods of Cancer. Old and New. Journal of Chronic Diseases. 40. 95155. 1987. Armenian H.K. Lakizing. Sib-IAM. Hal-RBSS. Hospital Visitors as Controls. MJ Epidemiol. 127. 404-06. 1988. Armenian H.K. Accra A. From the Missionaries to the Endemic War. Public Health Action and Research at the American University of Beirut. Journal of Public Health Policy. 9. 261-72. 1988. Armenian H.K. Chami A.M.A. Darwish M.J. The use of the log normal distribution to study the time of occurrence of drug-induced diseases. Journal of Clinical Research and Drug Development. 2. 101-13. 1988. Armenian H.K. Hamadeh R.R. Chami A.M.A. Rumeri N. Seasonal Variation of Hospital Deaths in Some Middle Eastern Countries. Lebanese Science Bulletin. 4. 2. 55-64. 1988. Armenian H.K. Perceptions from Epidemiologic Research in an Endemic War. Soc Sci Medicine. 28. 643-47. 1989. Armenian H.K. Hal-RBSS. Clar M. Epidemiology of Primary Health Problems in Beirut. J. Epidemiol Community Health. 43. 315-318. 1989. Armenian H.K. McCarthy J.F. Balabunian S.G. Patterns of Mortality in Armenian Parish Records from 11 Countries. MJ Epidemiol. 130. 6. 1227-1235. 1989. No G.K. Kellin G.D. Armenian H.K.A.L. The 1988 Earthquake in Soviet Armenia. A Case Study. Annie MRG Med 19. 891-97. 1990. Sib-IAM. Armenian H.K. Alam S. Wartime Determinants of Arteriographically Confirmed Coronary Artery Disease in Beirut. Middle East J. Anesthesiol. 1991 Feb. 11. 1. 25-38. Pereira Fonseca M.G. Armenian H.K. Use of the Case Control Method in Outbreak Investigations. MJ Epidemiol. 133. 7. 748-752. April 1991. Armenian H.K. Case Investigation in Epidemiology. MJ Epidemiol. 134. 10. 1067-1072. 1991. Armenian H.K. No G.K. Oganesian App. A Case Control Study of Injuries Due to the Earthquake in Armenia. Bulhu. 70. 2. 251-257. 1992. Palenichek J. Fox R. Margalik J. Farzadigan H. Hoover D. Odakar N. Rubb S. Armenian H. Harris J. Sar A. Longitudinal study of homosexual couples discordant for HIV-1 antibodies in the Baltimore Max. J. Acquire immune deficit SYNDR5. 1204-1211. 1992. Armenian HK. McCarthy J.F. Albanian S.G. Patterns of infant mortality from Armenian parish records. A study from 10 countries of the diaspora between 1737 and 1982. Int J. Epidemiol. 22. 3. 457-462. 1993. Batiha A.M. Armenian H.K. Norka C.P. Morris J.S. Spate V. Comstock G.W. Serum micronutrients and the subsequent risk of cervical cancer in a population-based nested case control study. Cancer epidemial biomarkers and prevention 2. 335-339. July, August 1993. Armenian H.K. Hoover Drive. Rubb S. Metz S. Kaslow R. Vischer B. Schmiel J. Kingsley L. Sar A. A composite risk score for Kaposi's sarcoma based on a case control and longitudinal study in the max population. MJ epidemiol. 138. 4. 256-265. 1993. Hoover Drive. Black Sea. Jacobson L.P. Martinez Mazza. O. Seminara D. Sar A. Von Rohn J. Anderson R. Armenian H.K. An epidemiological analysis of Kaposi's sarcoma as an early and late AIDS outcome in gay men. MJ epidemiol. 138. 4. 266-278. 1993. No G.K. Armenian H.K. Oganessian A. Issues of rescue and medical care following the 1988 Armenian earthquake. International Journal of Epidemiology. 1993 Dec. 22. 6. 1070-6. Armenian H.K. Lilienfelder. Applications of the case control method. Overview and historical perspective. Epidemiol Reviews 16. 1. 1-5. 1994. Dwyer D.M. Strickler H. Goodman Ra. Armenian H.K. Use of case control studies in outbreak investigations. Epidemiol Reviews 16. 1. 109-123. 1994. Armenian H.K. Gordes L. Future Perspectives on the Case Control Method. Epidemiol Reviews 16. 1. 163-164. 1994. Armenian H.K. Invited commentary on the distribution of incubation periods of infectious disease. MJ Epidemiol 141. 5. 385. March 1, 1995. Jacobson L.P. and Armenian H.K. Epidemiology of Kaposi's sarcoma. An integrated approach. Current opinion in oncology. 7. 450-455. 1995. Armenian H.K. SZKLOM. Morton Levin. 1904-1995. History in the Making. MJ Epidemiol. 143. 6. 648-9. Armenian H.K. Hoover Drive. Rubb S. Metz S. Martinez Mazaro. Schmiel J. Kingsley L. Sar A. Risk factors for non-Hodgkin's lymphomas in acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS. MJ Epidemiol 143. 4. 374-9. 1996. Pratt L.A. Forda. Kramar. Armenian H.K. Gallo J.J. Eaton W.W. Depression, psychotropic medication and risk of myocardial infarction. Circulation 94. 12. 3123-3129. December 15, 1996. Eaton W.W. Armenian H.K. Gallo J.J. Pratt Alan Forda. Depression and risk for onset of type 2 diabetes. A prospective population-based study. Diabetes Care. 19. 10. 1097-1101. 1996. Armenian H.K. From Disasters to Inner City Environment. Psychological Determinants of Physical Illness. J. Epidemiol 6. 4 Supple. S49S52. 1997. Armenian H.K. Melkonian A. No G.K. Hovhannissian App. Deaths and injuries due to the earthquake in Armenia. A cohort approach. Int J. Epidemiol. 26. 4. 806-131997. Hisada M. Mulin E. Wells S.L. Okayama A. Armenian H.K. Hoover Drive. Rub S. Metzer S. Sar A. Shmuel J. Risk factors for non-Hodgkin's lymphomas in acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS. MJ Epidemiol 147. 8. 681-2. Harty L. Caparizzo N. Hazar. Wynn D. Terry B. Bloch W. Kleinman D. Brown L. Armenian H.K. Fraumani J. Shields P. Alcohol dehydrogenase 3 genotype and risk of oral cavity and pharyngeal cancer. J. Nat Cancer Inst 89. 22. 1698-705. 1997. Vlahov D. Jungay B. Brookmeyer R. Kones. Riley E. Armenian H. Bailinson P. Reductions in high-risk drug use behaviors among participants in the Baltimore Needle Exchange program. J. Acquire immune deficit SYNDR hum retroviral. 16. 5. 400-406-1997. Armenian H.K. Pratt, L.A. Gallo J. Eaton W.W. Psychopathology as a Predictor of Disability. A population-based follow-up study in Baltimore. MJ Epidemiol. 148. 3. 269-75. 1998. Armenian H.K. Melkonian A.K. Hovhannissian App. Long-term mortality and morbidity related to degree of damage following the 1988 earthquake in Armenia. MJ Epidemiol. 148. 11. 1077-1084. 1998. Wang S.S. O'Neill J.P. Kian G.S. Zhu Wang J.B. Armenian H. Saber A. Wang J.S. Kensler T.W. Cariello N.F. Groupman J.D. Swinburg R. Elevated HPRT mutation frequencies in aflatoxin expose residents of Daxin-Qidong County, People's Republic of China. Carcinogenesis. 20. 11. 979-84. 1999. Bovasso G. Eaton W. Armenian H. The long-term outcomes of mental health treatment in a population-based study. J. Consulting and Clinical Psychology. 67. 529-38. 1999. Schroeder Jr. Sar A.J. Hoover Drive. Margalik J.B. Ambinder R.F. Martinez Mazaro. Crabgreen E. Jacobson L.P. Beriakogis D. Rowe D.T. Armenian H.K. Serum-soluble CD23 level correlates with subsequent development of AIDS-related non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention. November 1999. Blanchard J.F. Armenian H.K. Paroltafreeson P. Risk factors for abdominal aortic aneurysms. A case control study. M.J. Epidemiol 151. 6. 575-83. 2000. Blanchard J.F. Armenian H.K. Peeling R. Poltafreeson P. Shen C. Burnham C. The relation between chlamydia pneumoniae infection and abdominal aortic aneurysm. A case control study. Clin Infectis 2000. 30. 6. 946-47. Jacobson L.P. Jenkins F.J. Springer G. Munoz A. Shah K.V. Fair J. Zhang ZF and Armenian H. Interaction of HIV-1 and HHV-8 infections in the incidence of Kaposi's sarcoma. J. Infectis 2000. 181. 1940-9. Gallo J.J. Armenian H.K. Forda. Eaton W.W. Carcatruan as. Major Depression and Cancer. The 13-year follow-up of the Baltimore epidemiologic catchment area sample. United States. Cancer Causes and Control 11. 751-58. 2000. Armenian H.K. Masahiro M. Melkonian A.K. Hovhannissian App. Haroutune N. Psi P.A. Akiskal K. Akiskal H.S. Loss as a determinant of PTSD in a cohort of adult survivors of the 1988 earthquake in Armenia. Implications for policy. Actor Psychiatrist Scanned 2000. 102. 1. 58-64. Swartz K.L. Pratt L.A. Armenian H.K. Lee L.C. Eaton W.W. Mental disorders and the incidence of migraine headaches in the community sample. Results from the Baltimore ECA follow-up study. Archives in General Psychiatry. October 2000. Sibai A.M. Fletcher A. Armenian H.K. Variations in the impact of long-term wartime stressor on mortality among middle-aged and older populations in Beirut. 1983-93. M.J. Epidemiol 154. 2. 128-137. 2001. Gregory. P.C. Gallo. J.J. Armenian. H. Occupational Physical Activity and the Development of Impaired Mobility, the 12-year follow-up of the Baltimore epidemiologic catchment area sample. AMA J. PhysMed Rehable. 80. 4. 270-75 April 2001. Singh or. Chang L. Nomura A.M. Isaacs W.B. Armenian H.K. A Glimpse into the Future. Epidemiology Review 2001. 23. 1. 2. Bogner H.R. Samuel M.D. Forda. Armenian H.K. Eaton W.W. Urinary incontinence and psychological distress among community-dwelling older adults. J. American Geriatric Society 50. 1-7. 2002. Armenian H.K. Morikawa M. Melkonian A.K. Hovhannissian A. Akiskal K. Akiskal H.S. Risk factors for depression in the survivors of the 1988 earthquake in Armenia. J. of Urban Health. Bull of the New York Academy of Medicine. 79. 3. 373-82. September 2002. Babayan. Z.V. McNamara R.L. Nagajothi N. Kasper ed. Armenian H.K. Ponia. Borman. K.L. Lima Jack. Predictors of cause-specific hospital readmissions in patients with congestive heart failure. Clinical Cardiology. 26. 411-418. 2003. Bernstein K.T. Jacobson L.P. Jenkins F.J. Vlahov D. Armenian HK. Factors associated with human herpes virus type 8 infection in an injecting drug user cohort. Sexually transmitted diseases. 2003 March 33. 199 to 204. Mayer CM. Armenian HK. Eaton WW. Forda. Incident hypertension associated with depression in the Baltimore epidemiologic catchment area. Follow-up study. J. Effect disorder. 2004 Dec. 83. 2 to 3. 127 to 133. Schneider M.F. Ganges J. Margalik J.B. Details. R. Schmiel J.S. Ronaldo C. Armenian HK. Application of case crossover and case time control study designs in analyses of time varying. Predictors of T-cell homeostasis failure. Annals of Epidemiology 15. 2. 137 to 144. February 2005. Lucas Key. Armenian HK. D. Busk K. Kaklins H.G. Rowe P.C. Characterizing Gulf War illnesses, neurally mediated hypotension and postural tachycardia syndrome. J. Med 118. 1421-27. 2005. Mio Sibai. A. Feinleib M. Sibai Tar and Armenian HK. A positive or a negative confounding variable. A simple teaching aid for clinicians and students. Annal Epidemiol 15. 6. 421-3. July 2005. Srapian Z. Armenian HK. Petrosian V. Health-related quality of life and depression among older people in Yerevan, Armenia. A comparative survey of retirement home and household residents aged 65 years old and over. Age and Aging. Advance Access. Volume 35. 2. 190 to 193. Published Oxford University Press on behalf of the British Geriatrics Society. January 2006. Lucas Key. Armenian HK. Peterson G.M. Rowe P.C. Familial aggregation of fainting and a case control study of neurally mediated hypotension patients who present with unexplained chronic fatigue. Europus 2006 October 8. 10. 846-851. EPUB 2006 August 18. Sahakian A. Armenian H. Breitscheidel L. Thompson M. Yenikian G. Feeding practices of babies and the development of atopic dermatitis in children after 12 months of age in Armenia. Is there a signal? European Journal of Epidemiology. 2006. 21. 9. 723-725. EPUB 2007 April 5. Armenian. Ha. Armenian Medical Roots. Public Health. An Armenian Perspective. Armenian Medical Review. pp. 22-25. September 2006. Lucas Key. Rowe P.C. Armenian HK. Latency and Exposure Health Associations in Gulf War Veterans with Early Fatigue Onsets. A Case Control Study. An Epidemiol. 2007 October 17. 10. 799-806. EPUB 2007 July 26. Mussolino Me. Armenian HK. Low bone mineral density, coronary heart disease, and stroke mortality in men and women. The Third National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. An Epidemiol. 2007 November 17. 11. 841-6. EPUB 2007 August 28. Shields M.S. Cole Sr. Wegner S. Armenian H. Schmiel J.S. Gainson A. Marconi V.C., Martinez Mazzaro, Martinson J., Weintraub A., Jacobson L.P., Crum-Chanflone N.F. Effect of heart on incident cancer and non-cancer AIDS events among male HIV seroconverters. J. Acquire immune deficit SYNDR. 2008 August 1. 48. 4. 485-90. Armenian. HK. Quality Assurance Parallels in Healthcare Evaluation and Educational Assessment. The American University of Armenia Experience. Education for Health Journal. EPUB. July 2009. Armenian. HK. Epidemiology. A Problem-Solving Journey. American Journal of Epidemiology. 2009 January 15. 169. 2. 127-31. EPUB 2008 November 12. Savoyan M.K. Sarkisian T.F. Belarian K.A. Shasuvayan G.R. Armenian H.K. Prevention of amyloidosis in familial Mediterranean fever with colchicine. A case control study in Armenia. Medical Principles and Practice 115. 2009. Armenian H.K. Katibar. Developing an instrument of measuring human dignity and its relationship to health in Palestinian refugees. World Medical and Health Policy. Volume 2. ISs. 2. Article 3. 2010. Petrosian D. Armenian H.K. Interaction of maternal age and mode of delivery in the development of postpartum depression in Yerevan, Armenia. Journal of Affective Disorders. Volume 135. Issues 1-3. Pages 77-81. December 2011. Yenikian G. Armenian H.K. Triggers for attacks in familial Mediterranean fever. Application of the case crossover design. American Journal of Epidemiology. Accepted for publication 2011. Kharchadorian v. Armenian H.K. Demirchian A. Goenjan A. Loss and psychosocial factors as determinants of quality of life in a cohort of earthquake survivors. Health and quality of life outcomes. Health and quality of life outcomes. 2015. Feb 13. 13. Anahit Demirchian. Vahe Kharchadorian. Haroutune K. Armenian. Varduhi. Petrosian. Short and long-term determinants of incident multimorbidity in a cohort of 1988 earthquake survivors in Armenia. International Journal for Equity and Health. August 20. 2013. Haroutune A. Armenian H. and Petrosian V. Interbirth Interval and History of Previous Preeclampsia. A case control study among multiparous women. BMC Pregnancy and Childbirth. December 27, 2013. Demirchian A. Petrosian D. Armenian H.K. Rate and Predictors of Postpartum Depression in a 22-year follow-up of a cohort of earthquake survivors in Armenia. Archives of Women's Mental Health. 2014 June 17th. 3. 229-37. Demirchian A. Goenjan A. Kharchadorian v. Factors, Structure and Psychometric Properties of the Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder. PTSD. Checklist and DSM-5 PTSD symptom set in a long-term post-earthquake cohort in Armenia. Assessment. 2014. October. DOI. 10.1177 1,411,191,555,523. Demirchian A. Petrosian v. Armenian H.K. Kharchadorian v. Prospective Study of Predictors of Poor Self-Rated Health in a 23-year cohort of earthquake survivors in Armenia. Journal of Epidemiology and Global Health. 2015. Feb. DOI. 10.1016 J. JEG. 2014.12.006. Kachadorian v. Armenian HK. Demirchian A. Melkonian A. Hovannesian A. Post-earthquake psychopathological investigation in Armenia. Research methodology. Summary of previous findings and recent follow-up. Disasters. In press. Book reviews. Letters to the editor and other. Sunlight and breast cancer incidents in the USSR. International Journal of Epidemiology 24. 1145 to 11,461,991. Lives at Risk. Public Health in the 19th Century Egypt by Laverne Kuhnke. University of California Press. Berkeley. 1,990,243 pp. Egypt's Other Wars. Epidemics and the Politics of Public Health by Nancy Elizabeth Gallagher. Syracuse University Press. Syracuse. New York 1990. 256 pp. American Journal of Epidemiology 136. 6. 761-762-1992. Manual of Epidemiology for District Health Management edited by J. P. Vaughan and R. H. Morrow. World Health Organization. Geneva. 1989. 198 pp. American Journal of Epidemiology 133. 9. 956-957-1992. History of Epidemiology. Proceedings of the 13th International Symposium on the Comparative History of Medicine. East and West edited by K. Yosio, S. Shizu and O. Yasuo. Ashiyaku Euro-America, Inc. Tokyo, Japan. 1993. 224 pp. American Journal of Epidemiology 139. 1. 1994. 110 to 111. The Cambridge World History of Human Disease edited by K. F. Kippel. Cambridge University Press. Cambridge, England. 1993. 1176 pp. The Public Health Consequences of Disasters by Eric Kanoji. ed. Oxford University Press. American Journal of Epidemiology 146. 2. 205 to 206. 1997. Risk factors for non-Hodgkin's lymphomas in acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS. American Journal of Epidemiology 146. 8. 681 to 682. 1997. Sibai. A.M. Armenian. H.K. Long-term psychological stress and heart disease. Int J. Epidemiol. 29. 5. 948 to 948 October 2000. Archie Cochran. Back to the Front by F. Xavier Bosch and Armolas. eds. Published privately. Barcelona, Spain. 2003. pp. 234. American Journal of Epidemiology 2005. 162. 917 to 918. Psychological distress among adolescents in Chengdu, Sichuan at 1 month after the 5.12.2008 earthquake, by Professor Joseph T. F. Lau. Journal of Urban Health. Thesis for the degree of Doctor of Public Health. Armenian HK. The relationship of benign prostatic hyperplasia to cancer of the prostate. An epidemiological study. Johns Hopkins University. School of Hygiene and Public Health. Baltimore, Maryland. 1974. Itineraries in Life. An art show featuring artwork from Dr. Haroutune Armenian. Interview Drive. Haroutune Armenian. Expressions of Beauty in Wartime and Beyond.